Terrified of Captain Electric though.
And Captain Electric salutes on the line by 2.5 lengths. Second, Romans Luck a nose in front of Fats, and then came Pure Grunt.
But I'm in the corner of Farrago. Hopefully can take out the Vobis Gold stayers.
Farrago's holding them safely at bay in the shadows, and Farrago Lust the first goes on to win.
Recommendation. Should just be winning race 7.
He's 2 lengths in front of Marble 9 and Simeon, and down to the line recommendation, 2 lengths to Simeon.
And Rhapsody Chic has won 3 in a row for Anthony and Sam Friedman. It'll be running well. I've got it in for 4th.
Rhapsody Chic takes the lead in the shadows of the post. Rhapsody Chic a half head on the line to the open.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this race day preview. It's Group 3 Aurie Star Handicap Day from fabulous Flemington. Gonna be likely a good track, which is good. The rail's out 10 metres. I reckon this track, especially around the circle races on Saturday, is going to be a major on speed or forward of midfield bias to horses on speed. And then down the straight, I'm not too fussed. It's usually pretty even down there. I got 4 winners last week in the Rhapsody Chic race, the last race of the day. Tijuana got scratched, LOU got scratched, Sandpaper got scratched. So that left me with Rhapsody Chic, and it was a good 4th replacement because it got the win. 4 winners last week I was pretty happy with. Hopefully more to come in this preview. Race 1 is a 3-year-old benchmark 70 over the 1410 metres. The favourite is Detroit City at the moment at $3.10, ahead of War Party at $4.80. You've got $5 for Evaporate, then out to $8 for Stolen Kiss, $9.50 for Scoundrel, and Karbeloff has been in and out of single figures and double figures. It's at about $10 at the moment, I reckon. We're going to take a look at the last start run of Detroit City. This was its win last start on debut at Wodonga on a heavy track where it settled in a forward position and won by 4 lengths. Gapped the second horse, and the second horse gapped the third horse. So looks like it's going to be a decent form race. It looked like the second horse was going to get close to it late in the race, but it kicked away again. So I think the step up to 1400 from 1200 looks ideal for this horse. Draws gate 9 of 9, which I'm not too happy about because I think the front 2 will be Scoundrel and War Party. Detroit City might be trapped 3 wide, no cover. Hopefully they go quick enough early so I can settle in the 1 out 1 back position, or just push on with it and settle outside the leader. Haven't got too much confidence with this on top selection because I don't know what it's like on top of the ground, but judging off its last start performance, it's got some ability, so I've got it on top ahead of Scoundrel, who comes down from Sydney. Jamie Carr goes on, it settles forward, it's a good chance. Evaporate in there for 3rd. This horse steps up from 1100 to 1400 on Saturday, was beaten first up as a short price favourite but should improve, and Karbeloff in there for 4th, should improve with the debut run, and with Ben Mellum in the saddle on Saturday, be running a very cheeky race, but Detroit City on top for me in the first. Race 2 is an open handicap over the 2530 metres. The favourite is the all-exciting Berkshire Breeze at $1.45, ahead of Post Impressionist. First up for the new stable at $3.90, out to $8 for Horrifying, double figures the rest. Berkshire Breeze, this was its last start run at Flemington, where it took care of this field pretty easily. I think it won by about 5 lengths in the end. Has been given 4 weeks in between runs since this run. Heads into Saturday, having 3 wins in a row. Draws gate 1, so should settle on speed. This field, I reckon, is the toughest field it's faced to date, but still, it should be taking care of these, shouldn't it? Post Impressionist is first up. Horrifying started 50 to 1 last start and won on basically a heavy track. So I think Berkshire Breeze should be winning, shouldn't it? But I've got 0.25 units to win on Lordship. This horse might need 1 more run to hit its straps because it's only second up on Saturday, but this horse didn't do much at Sandown first up over the 1700 metres, got beaten 10 lengths, but you should have seen its work through the line. It was pretty good. Stepping up from the 1700 to 2500 metres on Saturday looks ideal. Drops down from the 60 kilos to the 53 kilos. Gets a senior rider on in Mickey D, who lit up Flemington a couple of weeks ago. I think it's a sharp improver and over the odds at the moment at $35. Horrifying in there for 3rd. This horse was a last start winner off a bit of a break. Should take fitness improvement from that run. And Blake Shin goes on. And Post Impressionist, it might need the run and it's got the 60 kilos, but Damien Lane rides and it's a classy horse. Berkshire Breeze should be winning the race, but I think Lordship can run well at the price. Race 3 is a mare's benchmark 84 over the 1410 metres. It Had to Be Zoo is the favourite at $4, ahead of Cindy Falls in the market again at $4.60. Alpine Flyer opened the fave at $4, now it's out to $5. In Her Stride $6.50, and Ballet Riche is at $8, double figures the rest. This was the last start win of Street Delight at Sandown. It started a similar price at Sandown as the same as what it probably will on Saturday, around that $15 mark, and it picked them up late to win. Stacky retains the ride. I just think this horse, it's had 24 starts, so it's met its mark at around that benchmark 70 level, but I think judging off this preparation, it won at Pakenham first up. It then went to Mornington and ran 5th, where it settled back last, basically last in a non-pace dominated race, ran 5th, then won at Sandown very impressively on this occasion. I think this horse is taking the steps in the right direction. I reckon $15 is over the odds. Draws gate 6, should be around midfield or so, and yeah, I think it's over the odds and a good chance of winning. Cindy Falls in there for second. I think this horse back to 1400 metres. Drawn gate 1, settling closer for Blake Shin. Looks ideal. It can most definitely win. Ballet Riche also draws a good gate for Celine Gaudreau to be a little bit more positive on it, and it can turn around its form. And It Had to Be Zoo, the favourite, in there for 4th. Last start winner, can't be dismissed for Mickey D, and the good draw in gate 3. But I like Street Delight at a bit of a price in race number 3. Race 4 is a benchmark 84 over the 1100 metres. The favourite is Midtown Boss at $2.50, ahead of Veloce Caro at $5.50. Prowling is at $6, and then you've got $8.50 for Home Rule, double figures the rest. My best of the day comes up in this race, and it's Midtown Boss. This was its impressive last start jump out win at Mornington, beating N Journey, who's a real speedster and is a good jump out horse, and Midtown Boss did well to run it down late. This horse looks primed for a big first up run. Last time it was first up, it beat Mornington Glory by 2.5 lengths down the Flemington Straight. Mornington Glory then went on to run third in an Oakley Plate. And I think gate 6 down the straight on Saturday is ideal. Daniel Stackhouse riding this horse is ideal. And every time I've gone with Midtown Boss, it's always run well. And I'm expecting the same again on Saturday. Best of the day, 2 nits the win. Hopefully can get the job done. Mao Tai in there for second. This horse is first up for Peter Mooney and Catherine Coleman. Is a classy animal, so it can't be dismissed. Little Miss QB in there for third. Blake Shin goes on. He should turn her form around, and $12 looks over the odds, although gate 1 is a poor draw down the Flemington Straight, and Prowling draws gate 2, so also not an ideal draw down the straight, but Benny Mellon rides, and it's a good horse on its day. But I like Midtown Boss. Best of the day, race 4. Race 5 is a benchmark 84 over the 1620 metres. The favourite is La Zebra for Damien Lane at $3.30. Rise at Dawn, the second favourite, at $3.70. Step Aside is at $7, then out to $8.50 for Miracle Spin. Longer odds the rest. My second best of the day comes up in this race, and we're going to take a look at the runs of both. 2 back for La Zebra, last start Rise at Dawn. Now, Rise at Dawn beat La Zebra on this occasion by 2 lengths, but La Zebra did have a bit of interference at the top of the straight. Should have finished closer, but Rise at Dawn carried 4.5 kilos more than La Zebra on this day, and now on Saturday only carries 1 kilo more. So it's a 3.5 kilo weight swing in favour of Rise at Dawn, and Rise at Dawn beat La Zebra here by 2 lengths, and well, La Zebra's a shorter price than Rise at Dawn, so immediately that jumped out to me as Rise at Dawn needs to be on top of La Zebra. I think from gate 11, this horse should come across and settle outside the leader, which is likely to be Georgie Get Mad. Hopefully Stackhouse has some words with Tom Preble prior to the race and just says, look, let's set it up for ourselves just to run 1-2, basically. I'm not sure what goes on behind the scenes, but I'm hoping that's what it can be, and I think Rise at Dawn's a good chance of winning. Maybe to have 1.5 units to win on it. It's in good form. It's had a little bit of a freshen up heading into Saturday, a 4-week freshen up off that run we just took a look at, so it should be running well. The Zebras won very well, but that was on softer ground, so maybe it might not be as good getting back on a firmer surface. It hasn't won on a good track before, the Zebra. Jaws Gate 6, Damien Lane rides. It'll be running well, but I couldn't take the price. Miracle Spin in there for third. Blake Shin goes on, is in good form, and Matty Smith, when he brings one south, usually runs well. And Frumos did well to run fourth last start, and I think can run fourth again. But I like Rise at Dawn, my second best of the day on this Flemington card. Race 6 is the Group 3 Aurie Star Handicap over the 1200 metres. It's the feature of the day, and Right to Party is the favourite at $3.80, ahead of Zerastro, the top weight at $4.20. Then the ever so consistent down the Flemington Straight, It's Our Time at $6.50. Also $6.50 for Nicolini Vito, the astrologist, the only other runner in single figures, at $7. We're going to take a look at the last start runs of the astrologist, It's Our Time, and Crosshaven. I could hardly split these horses heading into Saturday, but I've ended up going with the astrologist. I thought it was in the inferior part of the track compared to Crosshaven and It's Our Time on this occasion, and it was off a 10-week break off that run at Caulfield in the Vobis race behind Who Dares. I think the astrologist takes the most fitness benefit out of this run heading into Saturday. I think Gate 5 with Blake Shin on will be out in front. I think it won this race 3 years ago, and that was the last time it won in Victoria. So it's been a fair time between drinks, but I think it can get back to winning ways on Saturday. For all those reasons, gets a little weight swing on It's Our Time as well. So I think the astrologist deserves to be on top, but it's a very even race. I wouldn't be surprised if anything won this, but I've gone with the astrologist ahead of It's Our Time, who can't be dismissed down the Flemington Straight. Crosshaven has been very good. It's past 2. It's back in form. And then in for fourth, I've gone with Nicolini Vito. This horse always gives its all and will be powering at the end of 1200 metres. But I like the astrologist. Hopefully can take out the feature, the Group 3 Aurie Star Handicap. Race 7 is a benchmark 78 over the 2000 metres. We've got equal favourites at the top. St. Vincent's Garden, who's probably the most interesting horse on this card, apart from Berkshire Breeze. Star Vega, the other equal favourite at $4.40. $5.50 next best for Lording, and then you've got $8.50 well-backed is British Columbia. Longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of Star Vega at Sandown over 1,800 metres, where it battled for the most part of the straight, but the outside horse, Matthew, just overpowered it late. I'm still not sure about this horse at 2,000 metres, but I just think on Saturday it'll get the nice flowing run from gate 13 off midfield, stalling into the race. Now, with the rail out 10 metres and the likely forward to midfield bias that I said at the start of the video, I'm not 100% confident on this selection, but I just think with Blake Shin retaining the ride, it's ready to win at benchmark 78 level on Saturday grade, and I'm hoping he can do it here in this race. I've got it on top ahead of Rise to It, who I think is over the odds at the moment at double figures. This horse comes down from Sydney for Kieran Maher. Jamie Carr takes the ride, will be in a similar position to Star Vega, around that midfield position, and yeah, it'll be running well. In for third, Lording. This horse just doesn't go on wet ground, so forget its first up run. Second up to 2,000 metres, settling on speed for Ben Mellon. Could be the recipe for success. It will be running an improved race. And St. Vincent's Garden. Now, I'm happy to probably lay this horse on Saturday, actually. I'll be extremely surprised if it won, but I've only got it in there for fourth because of how much of an X factor it is. The reason I don't like it is because it stormed home from the back on a heavy track first up, and now it's got to transfer states and go on to good ground, up in distance, second up. Screams of second up syndrome, St. Vincent's Garden. So if it wins, I don't care how much it wins by, but if it wins, it is an extremely good horse, and follow it, it'll be winning better races if it wins on Saturday. But we'll have to see how it goes. I like Star Vega, got it on top in race 7. Race 8 is a benchmark 100 over the 1,410 metres. Rheinberg is the favourite in an open race at $5. St. Lawrence is at $5.50. And then you've got Astro at $6, Gentleman Roy $7.50, Green Fly $8, longer odds the rest. Astro, Rheinberg, and St. Lawrence, the three favourites, all come out of this run at Caulfield, where Astro blitzed them from the front, won by a fair space. A lot of people are going to say it was a fluke because it was the last race at Caulfield on a pretty soft track. But this horse has got some good track form, Astro, and I've got it on top. I think with the forward to midfield likely bias on Saturday, it'll really play into the hands of Astro, and maybe now that it's gone to the front and won, they've just found a new dynamic with this horse, and if it goes to the front again, I think it'll settle outside the leader, which is likely to be Gentleman Roy. But if it takes up the lead outright, or even settles outside the leader, to be honest, I think it'll be running a really good race, and it's a really good chance of winning again. If it did what it did on that Caulfield occasion we just looked at, it'll be a big chance here on Saturday. $6 seems as well to me. I'm happy to have 0.75 units to win on it. Also, 0.5 units to win on Green Fly. Weak back up, back in distance to the 1400 meters. Gate 5 can settle closer. I was happy with it at $12 yesterday. It's into $8 now, which I missed the price about, but still happy to have 0.5 units to win on it. Reinberg in there for third. This horse will be running well. Should be settling in the 1 out 1 back position, I feel, and running well. St. Lawrence gets Jamie Carr on. A senior rider back on. Draws gate 4 for a good run. It can win as well. In a wide open race, I'm with Astro, but I also like Green Fly. Race 9 is a benchmark 74 over the 1200 meters. The favourite at the moment is Buse at $5, ahead of Heuristic at $6.50. Dazzling Lucy coming back down from Sydney is at $8.50. Kiko at $9, and then longer odds the rest. This was the last start win of Moonhaven, but also featuring Fishin, who we're going to take a look at. This horse was very good on this occasion, storming into 4th late. I think this horse on Saturday at 1200 meters isn't its best trip, but it's run down the straight at 1200 before and run very well. This horse late in the day, drawn gate 13, I think is ideal. Mark Zara goes on, which I'm hyped about for this horse, and I just think at $10, it's way over the odds, and I'm happy to have it on top. Ahead of VC in there for second. Now, this horse might have just been a start 2-year-old and fallen off the cliff, but if it can get back to its best form, I reckon it's over the odds. I reckon Kieran Maher's running it here on Saturday just so he can obtain after the race, whether he keeps this horse or moves it on the English Digital or something. But I think if it can recapture its best form, it'll be running well. Draws gate 12, Craig Williams rides. It's a good chance. In there for third, Heuristic. This horse draws the wrong part of the straight in gate 1, but Jamie Carr rides, and it was a good run last start. And then in there for fourth, Kiko. This horse is the last start winner. Blake Shin rides. Gate 10's a good gate down the straight. It's a good chance. But I'm with Fish and hopefully can take out the last race at Flemington on Saturday. Now it's time for the Quaddie. Last week was the one to get, but I missed out on Oscar Piastri in race number 6. But we move on to this week. Let's see what we're doing. So in the Aurie Star Handicap, going for 2 It's Our Time, 3 The Astrologist, 4 Nicolini Vito, and 6 Crosshaven, leaving out Zarastro and Right to Party. In race 7, 3 Lording, 8 St. Vincent's Garden, 10 Rise at It, 11 Star Vega. Going skinny in race 8, just going for the 2 horses, number 3 Astro and number 10 Green Fly. And then in the last race, hopefully we can get to the last race because I think we can get it with 8, but leaving out the favourite Buse. That's how I do quaddies, isn't it? And that's why I always lose. 4 Fishin', 5 Heuristic, 8 Kiko, 9 Dazzling Lucy, 11 Holly Lolly, 12 VC, 13 Shame, 14 Attain. Hopefully we can get the quaddie this week. Well, thank you everyone for watching this week's preview of Group 3 Aurie Star Handicap Day for 2024. Hopefully you enjoyed. I think it's about a 5-unit spend this week. If one of these get up, I don't think we'll make a profit unless it's Rise at Dawn, but we might need 2 horses to get up. We'll see how we go, but hopefully all these selections go well. Hopefully I've tipped you into a winner. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and until next week's preview, bye for now.